Welcome everybody to this next video lesson. Make sure you have paper and pencil out ready to write down everything that I do in this video lesson, especially this one because this is a quiz preview and also because this is the assignment, the exact same assignment that you're going to turn in for your worksheet. All right. So we identify the name of the assignment, which is solve the system of 3 equations, quiz preview, right? And we're going to solve each system by elimination. So, as you all know, the first thing that I like to do is highlight each equation, right? So we have red, and we have pink, and we have green. Okay? Red, pink, and red. Red, pink, and green, excuse me. So what I want to do is I want to eliminate one of the variables, right? I want one of the variables to line up to have the same number, either 2 negatives and 1 positive, 2 positives and 1 negative. So I'm going to see what I have to work with here. Okay, so what I have here is I have a 7, a 9, and a 12. I can't think of a number that goes into 7, 9, and 12 that I can multiply them all to make. Okay, how about there's a 1, a 7, and a 10. I guess I can do 70 if I multiply this by 70y and I multiply this by 10 to make 70y. And I multiply this one by 7 to make negative 70y. That'll work. But this 70 is a big number though. I can come back to it. Let's see if something else works. So 9, 9, and 6. Well, I can make them all 18 if I multiply this by 2 to make negative 18. And this by 2 to make negative 18, and this one by 3 to make positive 18. I think I'm going to go with that. I think that's the simplest way to do it. It's the smallest number, right? I want to work smarter, not harder. So I'm going to multiply this red equation by 2, this pink equation by 2, and this green equation by 3. So the red equation, 2 times 7 is 14x. 2 times y plus 2 times y is 2y. 2 times negative 9z is negative 18z. And 2 times 55 is 110. All right, now the pink, 2 times 9x is 18x. 2 times negative 7y is negative 14y. 2 times negative 9z is negative 18z equals 2 times 47 is 94. Okay. Finally, the green, 3 times 12 is 36x. Minus 3 times 10 is 30y. Plus 3 times 6 is 18z is equal to 3 times negative 46 is negative 130. 8. Right? So, technically, everybody, look what I'm going to do. Technically, I no longer have, let's go with this one here. I no longer have this red, this pink, and this green. I made a whole new red, pink, and green. Red, pink, and green. Look at that. I have a whole new red, pink, and green. Right? I made new ones. So let's start with step 1. Step 1 is I'm going to choose 2 equations that will cancel. So I know I'm gonna pick 18 for sure, and I'm going to pick this negative 18. So I'll go with pink and green. So pink and green is step 1. That's not going to work. So step 1, I'm going to go with pink and green, which is 18x minus 14y minus 18z is equal to 94. Green is 36x minus 30y plus 18z is equal to negative 138. So this was, once again, this was pink and green. This is green, and this one was the pink one, right? Pink and green. I don't want to pick that combo again. So this accomplished what I wanted. Look at that. Those cancel out. 18x and 36x is 54x. Negative 14y and negative 30y is negative 44y is equal to positive 94 and negative 138. I subtract and I get 44. Negative 44, right? Because 138 is bigger. All right. So this I am going to highlight. Going to make my purple. This is my purple equation, my first purple equation. Okay. Step 2, I'm going to pick two other combinations that can cancel. So positive 18z and negative 18z. So I'm going to go with red and green. So my red is 14x plus 2y minus 18z is equal to 110. And my green is 36x minus 30y plus 18z is equal to negative 138. And that's what that was, red and green, right? So this was red and this was my green. So let's eliminate those. These two cancel out just like I wanted, right? So 14x and 36x is 50x. That's my dog here messing around. Positive 2y and negative 30y is a negative 28y is equal to 110 and negative 138 is a negative 28. I subtract, right? Because they're different signs, and I use a negative, right? So this is also my purple. Look at that. Okay. So step 3, right? Step 3 is I take both my purples and I'm going to write them down here. 54x minus 44y is equal to negative 44, right? And 50x minus 28y equal to negative 28. Just like that. There is a problem here. They don't match up, right? So remember, step 3 is the one where we are going to multiply by each other, right? So I'm going to multiply both equations, okay? And I'm going to multiply the top by 50, which I got from the bottom. And I'm going to multiply the bottom by 54, which I got from the top. But I'm going to make this one negative here because I want one positive and one negative. So my top equation here, right? I'm going to multiply 50 times 54. This is what I have my calculator for, right? 50 times 54 is 2,700. So I get 2,700x minus 50 times 44. 50 times 44, 2,200y. 2,200y is equal to 50 times negative 44 is negative 2,200 as well, right? Same thing, 50 times 44. All right, negative 54 times 50 is going to be negative 2,700x. Negative times negative is positive. 54 times 28, right? 54 times 28 gives me 1512. 1512y is equal to negative times negative is positive. 54 times 28. Okay, 54 times 28 is 1512 as well. 15, 12. Well, duh. I had already multiplied that, right? All right. So again, what we can do with this is technically these two are gone as well. I have two new ones here, right? So this does the job exactly that I wanted. Look at that, 2700x minus 2700x, right? Now, the y's, 2200, negative 2200, and positive 1512, different signs, so I got to subtract. So 2200 minus 1512, 2200 minus 1512, 688. Okay. So I get 688 negative because 2200 is bigger. And this one's also going to give me a negative 688, right? It's the same numbers. So divide by negative 688. And I get y is equal to 1. Y is equal to 1. And that right there is my first variable that I got. Y is equal to 1. Okay? Perfect. Step 4. Step 4 says I'm going to pick one of my purples. So which one of my two purples here looks simpler, more simple? They're both kind of complex, so I'm going to pick the second one here. So I'm going to go with 50, but instead of x, oh no, I don't have x. Minus 28, y, I have 1, is equal to negative 28, right? So negative 28 times 1 is negative 28. I'm going to move negative 28 over as positive 28. So I get 50x, negative 28 plus 28 is 0. The opposite of multiplying by 50 is dividing by 50. So I get x is equal to 0. And look at this. I have found my x. So now I have y and I have x, right? Step 5. I'm going to pick one of my originals here, one of my 3 originals here. So I'm going to pick red. Red looks like it's the smallest numbers there. So 14x. So I'm going to say 14, but instead of x, I leave parentheses because I have x already. Plus 2y plus 2 parentheses minus 18z is equal to 110. Look at that. My x is 0. My y is 1. All right. 14 times 0 is 0. I got lucky with that one. 2 times 1 is 2. I'm going to move the 2 over as minus 2. So I get negative 18z. 110 minus 2 is 108. The opposite of multiplying by negative 8 is dividing by negative 18, excuse me. And I get z is equal to negative 6. And that is my z here. So I have x, y, and z. My final solution is my x is 0, my y is 1, my z is negative 6, and there you go. Look at that. So this is what your quiz is going to look like, right? Multiple steps. So make sure that you've copied everything down and you got everything in order. You're comfortable with something like this, all right? But make sure you copied it down as well because this is the actual assignment you're going to turn in. So thank you for being here. See you next time and good luck on that quiz.